remember when my husband and I were sitting at our home in California, and somehow the conversation came up about moving out of state. I said to him, hey, I think we're supposed to move to Utah. He looks at me, he goes, I think we're supposed to move to Utah. I said, are you serious? He goes, oh, I'm serious. He goes, are you serious? I go, oh, I'm serious. And it literally started just like that. I'm gonna share with you in this video about what some of the factors were in the move that we made, mistakes that you can avoid, and how to make your transition easier moving here to Utah from out of state. And we're gonna go ahead and get started right now. Mariah Koehle here. Welcome back to the channel. If you are thinking about moving or relocating to Salt Lake City, Utah, consider subscribing down below so you don't miss a thing. This channel is everything you need to know about living in Salt Lake City, Utah, eating, sleeping, working, playing. We've got you covered here. We hear from people like you all the time, and we absolutely love it. If you're thinking about making a move, consider giving us a call, send me a text, send me an email, and I would love to help you. All right, so I'm gonna share with you today some of my own personal experiences of why we decided to move from our family from California to Utah. This is a big decision, and honestly, I've got a family of 6, so it's my husband and I, and it's our 4 small kids, and this was a big, big deal. Some people and some of our friends in California still think we're crazy, and here we are a few years later, and we absolutely love it, and we would do it all over again. Now, a couple different things I wanted to share with you of why we personally made a move out here. Number 1 was space. We were looking for more space. We love San Diego. We love the weather. We love the beach, right? That salty air, you can't get enough of it. But the space was limited. We loved our neighborhood and the friends that my kids had and the friends that we shared. However, we wanted a little bit more wiggle room. And what we found out here in Utah, the price that we could get back in California and the price that we could sell our house there and buy here in Utah, we could find something here in Utah for less than we could buy in California with land, with space. We have a yard now that my kids can run around, and my dream, honestly, I played college soccer, and my dream was to have a soccer goal in our backyard where our kids could kick the ball in the net without it going over the fence. We have that here. It is so fun to watch the kids outside, jumping on the trampoline, kicking the soccer ball around, playing catch, right? This is so perfect. And honestly, that was one of the dreams that we had for my family, and my husband and I had, is just space for my kids to run around and play. Not only having a little bit more wiggle room and space, but having some schools that are close by that are excellent. And we're in Utah County. We're right outside Salt Lake City, and we're in Utah County in the Highland Alpine area. And we're surrounded by these gorgeous mountains, and there are excellent schools here. In fact, some of the top rated schools in all of Utah, which we were so excited to find that out. But here's the thing, I don't want you guys to make this mistake. When we started our search many years ago, my husband had attended Brigham Young University in Provo, Utah. And we knew Provo, Utah when we first got married. We lived in Provo, Utah while he was finishing up grad school. And so we are very familiar with Provo. And in fact, we also make it out to Park City and Heber City often. But so we knew those areas and we knew Provo, but we really didn't know too much around the surrounding areas until we really did a deep dive and started touring neighborhoods, started looking at homes in different places, started coming out here more frequently. So we really were able to be eyes and ears and boots on the ground to really see what it was like living here, what the day-to-day is, and not just coming during the summer, because summers here in Utah are magical. They are a little toasty, but they are magical. But really coming during January, coming during February, coming during March, when you're gonna see more snow, it's gonna be a little colder, it might be a little bit windier. We wanted to know it all, we wanted to see it all, and we're so glad we did, because honestly, it didn't deter us from moving here. In fact, it made us be like, you know what? I think this is gonna be a fabulous fit for us. We're, 35 minutes from a ski resort. We love that. We can take our kids skiing. We're 10 minutes away from a canyon that our kids can go up American Fork Canyon. We take them all up there together. We're able to go hiking. I've run several half marathons through American Fork Canyon. So really finding the neighborhood, finding the areas that you would really suit your needs and your family's needs best, because I don't want you to make a mistake. When we first started, we were looking at areas that probably wouldn't have met the needs for our family as well as what we ended up finding. And it really was just from research, being out here, coming frequently, and then getting to know a lot of people. When we moved here, we didn't know hardly anybody. And we really started networking and finding those connections, and which led us to where we're at now and where we're at today. Okay, so let's talk about mistakes to avoid when moving here to Utah from out of state. Now, a couple of different things, at least from my personal experience, mistakes that we did not want to make. Number one is we wanted to make sure where we moved, we were going to have good schools for our kids, and we wanted to make sure that they were going to be in an area that we felt like would fit their needs. So schools were a big one on our radar. Number two, not only schools, but activities for the kids. We wanted to make sure that we were going to be close enough to different things, activities that they wanted to be involved in. My kids love soccer, so I wanted to make sure that there were going to be some good soccer clubs nearby. My kids enjoy gymnastics and tennis. We wanted to be near those type of things that they could pursue that. And if you're living in certain areas, you might not have as many opportunities for that. So really doing your homework and your research on that is helpful. And also having somebody that knows the area, right? I was able to link arms with somebody that knew the area here, and I told them everything that I was looking for, and they said, oh, okay, well then you're probably a good fit for you would be this area over here. And for us, it ended up being the Highland Alpine Utah area. And for us, that ended up being a fabulous fit for our family. Now that I have scoured every inch of this place, I know the area. And so if you are thinking about moving here, give me a call, send me a text, shoot me an email, and I would love to help you find what you are looking for, because you don't want to waste your time in areas that might not be the best fit for you or your family, right? So those are mistakes that for me, we wanted to avoid. We wanted to find good schools right off the bat. We wanted to find an area that would have activities that would meet our kids' needs. Those were some of the big ones for us. And then also being close enough to shopping and restaurants, that was important to us because we didn't want to have to drive super far to get to a Costco, or we didn't want to have to drive, a really far way to get to some of these different things. And so the area that we were able to find, like I said, the Highland Alpine area, for us has been a great fit because we have been able to find some of these different things that have worked for our family and our family's needs. So if you are thinking about making a move from out of state or even within state, shoot me a message. I would love to share with you some of my own personal experiences, because I don't want you to make a mistake of moving into the, wrong neighborhood and not feeling great about where you're living. But I want you to be super happy with your choice and your decision of where you ended up being. So would love to connect, and I bet it's going to be a great experience for you as well. Take care.